Hi, this is Beth. I am a Stamp It Up demonstrator here in Michigan, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to make the fourth Valentine's card. I know we only have a week left, so I figured nick of time I'll get this one done. Now, week one, I did a fun fold, 2 weeks of easy cards, and this is another fun fold. I did this one a little bit different than I'm going to do the one today. Also different paper, so I'm going to show you some other papers we have. Now, I am still using the Endless Love one. These are, except for the large one, I didn't put away yet. It's sitting over here on my desk. Those are the dies. Here's the stamps. And this is how I am storing them at the moment. I'm sure I'll come up with a better idea eventually. All right, so these papers are in here. Okay, we're going to leave that there. Now, this card is made in real red. The paper that I used is the one that accompanies that, or, comes, coordinates with that. This is the designer paper. It comes in real red, which is what I did here. Also comes in Bubble Bath, and it comes in Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, and Strawberry Slush. So I had a lot of things to choose from because there's all those colors in here. So today I'm going to do it in Flirty Flamingo. All right, so I'll put the card here, and we will get started. Now, here are my pieces. I had kind of semi-cut out. You need to, incidentally, below my video, you're going to see the information to get into my blog, and that has everything with pictures and dimensions, and you can even print it out if you want to, so you'll see how to make this card. So I'm going to briefly go over it with you. I've got 2 pieces of designer paper that's 4 by 5 1/4. Then I have 2 pieces of basic white that's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So this is halfway between that and the card size. I did that on purpose so we'd have just a little bit of white. See how I did that? Okay, so those are the measurements you need for that. The 2 pieces inside you have right here. I'm using the same one for that. The ones that are the designer paper are 3 1/4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And the white is 7/8 and 5/38. Now, a good way to remember these numbers or to figure it out, if you have the same paper cutter I have, you just want to go 2 lines below what what the card is. That's how I come up with it. Now, I also cut out a large heart. Now, on this one, I used some cross-stitch thread and I just decorated a little bit. I kind of liked it, but it did take a lot of time. So it just gives you a choice. You can do that. This one I'm going to leave blank, and I am going to trim this so that it fits appropriately on here. Okay? So let's get started. All right, so here's my card. This is going to be my card base. This is going to be 10 1/2 inches wide by 5 1/2 this way. So we'll get my paper cutter. Incidentally, I know this paper cutter, it goes in 16, not just 8 between the two. So when you want to do by 8, you got to count 2. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. You do it like that because it's 16 millimeters between, 16, what do you call it? Not millimeters, but 16, whatever, it gives you 16 of them instead of 8. Now, nice thing about this paper cutter, this is clear. And I'm going to show you why I really like that part on this for this particular card in a moment. So we take this and we're going to do, I'll do it this way. It doesn't really make a difference. I guess you can see it better if I do it this way. I'm going to do this at 10 1/2 inches long. I'm going to cut it at that. So we go over to the 10 1/2. Right there, and make sure it's butted up really good against this ledge, or else you get a little off. So it's not always good to do things in a hurry. All right, so there we go. That's how long it needs to be. Now for this, it's going to be 5 1/2. So again, I'm going to go to 5 1/2 exactly, right there. Make sure it's pushing all the way to that, and we slice. I'm going to leave it there because now we're going to do this, it's going to leave some, we're going to score it. Now, the first score piece you want to do, this needs to be a little cleaner, I think. Anyways, the first score you're going to do is at 4 1/4, okay? So then you end up having a 5 1/2 by 4 1/4 size card, which is basically our end point. Now, I'm going to score that. Then we're going to go to 5 1/4. Okay, score it again. Then we go to 6 1/4. Now, if you have this particular cutting device, the 6 1/4 is right here where that it turns, like right along there. So it makes it real easy to see. Okay, there's also lines there, but you put it right there, you're good. Now, if everything cut out nice and pretty, it will all line up. All right, I'm going to take this down, but I'm not done with this. So we're going to still need it for this. First, I'm going to varnish my little folds. And because it's a fun fold, and this is sturdy paper, you want to varnish them in both directions. You don't want it to be in both directions, but you want to make sure it's good. That helps it stay closed when you're done with it. Also, putting it in an envelope for a while, I find, does also keep it closed pretty good, too. Okay, so I have 3 of them. They're all 1 inch apart. That's why that paper that goes there is 3 1/4. I made it a 1/2 inch smaller to give me a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch to do the white. There we go. Now this looks good. Now, I'm going to have this go in and these 2 go out. And that's how the card works. Like that. Okay? Let me do this real quick. One more little burnish. The better these are, the better it'll stay closed. Of course, I'm not done with it, so it ain't going to be that way there. Now, the next thing you need to do is you need to cut this. I'm using my trusty little Bic pencil, and I'm going to show you. Because if I put a pencil mark in here, I can see it through my clear part there, which is one of the things I like about this. Now, make a little circle here. That's where it's going to start, like where that, you know, right after that folding is. And then I'm going to do one right here in the bottom. So it's going to go this way, diagonal. And you're going to do that cut in a couple things. So what I do is I put it here and I get the pencil mark in the middle of that cutting trench thing, you know, where the needle goes. I don't know what it's called. And then we slice. And I'm slicing anywhere. I start from here and go there because this paper's a little sturdy here. It's got a thicker weight than our designer paper. That one I don't do that way. I'll show you what I do differently. All right, so there we go. Now we got card base. All we got to do is decorate it. All right. Now the first thing I want to do to decorate it is to trim down this card here. The one with hearts on it is going to be on the front, just like this one, because it has that color here too. Now, you saw how I cut that? We're going to cut this one the same way. Only I'm not going to start at the edge. I'm going to start in the middle. So line them up with the trenches like I did before. No need to pencil this because it might get lost in the hearts anyway. Put it in the middle, push it down, hold it, go one end, go the other. That keeps you from messing up your nice edge because you want it to be nice and pointy. Okay, so this is going to go there. See how nicely it matches with that color, just like it matched with that one? That's the beauty of having different colors in one particular paper, you know. But we also have white that we're going to be putting underneath that. This one I mentioned is 1/8 of an inch bigger than that, but smaller than the actual card. All right, I'll tell you, I got the measurements here. Right here, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. That's what I did. This one, again, we're going to cut in that direction. So I told you there's going to be a couple of them we do. And the trench, Now it's cardstock, so I'm not worried about doing it on the edge because it's less likely not to mention up because it's thicker. There. So now we got the front of the card done as far as that goes. Now the other ones are already cut, so we can be done with this, I believe. I think I'm done with it. All right. This I'm just going to put aside. I'm not sure if I want to use that or not. So I'm going to glue our layers together before we put them on the card. I just find that a little easier. All right, so go. Edges seem to be the best to put the glue, in my opinion. But then a little wiggling in the middle is fine too. So you know it's on there good. Now, carefully pick up and try not to touch the glue, which is always a challenge. See, if I go like that, I'm not going to touch the glue. Now, I'm not sure if I got glue in that, so I'm flipping it. A little piece of paper. Now, hey, get off my project. Okay, we're going to carefully put this on here so that it matches, so there's a little bit of white all around. And I think I got it on my first shot. Just a little more over there. All right, should have left it alone. Yep, that looks good. A good way to kind of keep things so that they glue is to wipe them with this. But I don't do it right on the thing. I do it on the back. It makes sense to me. All right, so that one's done. Now these little ones I'm going to glue. Remember, these are, well, you don't have to remember because you're going to look at my blog, but 3/4 by 5 1/4. And then these are 7/8, which you know is bigger than 3 1/4. It's 1/8 of an inch bigger, by 5/38, which is what that one was too, remember? Because the card is 5 1/2. So what's 1/8 of an inch smaller than 5 1/2? 5 3/4. And I was not a math major. In fact, I was lucky to get a C in my math classes. Not my strong suit. I was more of a science kind of person. That was my favorite subject. All right, and go. That looks pretty even. I think 1/8 of an inch might be a little harder to judge sometimes than 1/4, but that's okay. I'm doing it. Making sure it looks the same on all 4 sides. There. Not going to touch it anymore. It's good. Now we'll do this one. If it does come on, if you don't, the corner lifts up, I noticed on a lot of these things, that's because you missed it. That's why I try and make sure I put it on the corners and the edges, because that's the part that is more apt to pick up on you when you don't have it glued. Wait a minute. This one looks like it's short a tiny bit on the length, don't it? See? Oh, wait a minute. I don't even see my camera. See, it doesn't show white right there, so I think I'm going to cut another one before this one adheres. So that's another nice thing for this. That's my safe place. Okay, I guess I have to use this. Now, see, I wasn't sure if I was done with my cutter or not. Scoot that out of the way. The length should be 5 3/8. So I always do the smaller measurement first. So this is 7/8, 1/8 of an inch, 2 little lines before it gets to 1 inch. And then this 5 1/4 is the card, so you back up 2 lines, and then you got that. Now, did I mess this one up? All right, the glue is on that side. Ah, look. Yep. No, I didn't mess it up. Okay, that was not right. I guess if I would have measured it to begin with, I probably could have figured that out. This should be, flipping it over just to measure, 5 1/4. Oh, it's not. Wait a minute. Oh, here, 5 1/4. Boop, boop. It's a smidge off. All right, we'll see if this flies. It should work. Oh, yeah, it's fine. This was, oh, actually, I don't like the way that looked. Where's my scissors? Scissors. I got everything but one thing I am looking for. Yeah, this is what happens when you're working on stuff and you don't put stuff away. I don't see my scissors anywhere. All right, never mind. I was just going to make it a little nicer. Seems a little bit meh. Okay, we will glue it again because it passed, my inspection. See, I thought it was the fault of the white paper and it was the fault of the designer paper that I did. I was wrong, huh? Yep. That's why you probably should measure both before you decide to cut something. Okay. See, I still don't like the way that looks. Oh my goodness. Can we just cut that nicely? I don't know where I laid my scissors down. They're small. All right. Oh, okay, never mind. And we'll just leave it. It just looks a little rough, Ah, there they are. I just want to give it a nice, even sort of cut so it looks a little bit nicer. Okay. I'm going to scoot it back, of course, because I waited too long. Yes, I know. Not quite too, though. That there. Looks good. No, don't look good. Right there. Right here, here. And that looks much better on the edge. Okay. First a little crooked, but it's better. All right, let me fix that. Ha! Got it. Looks better. Okay, so that's done and that's done. This is all we got left. It's going to go in the back. But I have white that I'm going to put behind it. And I'm going to put something in front of it people can write on, because they're not going to write on this, right? Anyways, I was mentioning we have a new sign-on promotion this month. We have this positioner that we have that just came out, and only demonstrators can order it at the moment, but it's $49 approximately. I forgot exactly, but around $50. And when you order stuff to be a demonstrator, you get it free. You don't pay for that at all, because you pay $99 and you get way more than $99 worth of stuff, which is really cool. It's like Christmas, in my opinion. Remember when I first got my box, it was huge and I was so excited. That was back in May of 2021, before I even had a thought of doing videos. I just wanted to make pretty cards. I'm sorry, I didn't like the way this was sitting. Oh, did I do it again? This time I'm measuring. And you should measure before you glue. Don't do don't do as I do as I say. How about that? My mother used to say that all the time. All right, we've got 5. Ooh, so this time it was your fault. 5 and an 1/8. Boom. Now this should be 5 and a 1/4. And it is. So now it'll fit. Put just a little white, not that much. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing it behind camera. Here you go. Okay. All right. Well, you know what? Is this really 5 3/8? 5 and 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know what? It's shorter than. It's not. It's 5 and a 1/4 is 5 and a half. It should be like that. It is missing a little bit, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna recut that one. That's why it's not working. Okay, here's a bigger piece of stripe. Now we're gonna do it right. This should be 4 inches this way. And I'm doing them that way. I like that. And then take it to 5 and a 1/4. Okay. And if there's any glue left, glue it to this. Although I'm measuring before I glue, because now it seems too big. All right, what do I do with this one? This one's off. Okay, can I get a video right today? I'm keeping this one though. All right, so this was too bigger than 5. Look what I did. Okay, back to do as I say, not do as I do. All right, grab another piece of white. Go here. 2 past 4. And get 5 and a 1/4 and go 2 past 5 and a 1/4. Now, measure. Yep. That I did right. Don't ask. I don't know what I did. I miscalculated a little bit. I wrote the measurements on the papers to keep me straight. I mean, it's to give you information, but it keeps me straight too, and I guess I must not have looked well. I don't know what I did, but we're good now. We're going to get this card finished, and I'm not going to redo anything. All right, there we go. We go there. We go here. So it's a really easy card. Now, when I first saw it, I will tell you, I saw it about a year or 2 ago on another demonstrator's, video. And her name is Jan B. And I watched her do this, and it just kind of, oh no, that looks so hard. But I did it anyway, and it actually worked. And then I did it a couple times. I'm like, oh, no, this is easy. I can do this. All right, this is going here. Actually, I'm going to let that sit and do that. I'm going to do these first, because that I just glued and let it sit and finish itself gluing. Glue does take a little bit longer to set up, so it's always a good idea to kind of keep an eye out. Now, right side in, right side up, some are upside down, some are right side in. I come to the conclusion it does not matter. There, make it even with these 2 things and these 2 things here, and I like that. Okay, now this one. Now, if you go on my Facebook page, which I can also link here for you, you can see me introducing the positioner. I did a little video there. It's a short one, but it shows you basically what you're getting. And then I have another video that shows you how you can do something that has 3 stamps that go on each other. It's stuff like, oh, I can show it to you which one I did. It was this one. It's detailed succulent. These 3 are in the same one, and it comes out beautifully with that positioner thing. It looks like a painting to me. It looks really good. So you can see that on my Facebook page. I'm not sure if I'll ever put it on YouTube, but it's there right now. And I'll have some other ideas on what to do with it, and I'll be in the next couple weeks, every once in a while, putting something up that I come up with and showing you about it, because it's a really useful tool to have in your craft room. I tell you that. It is really nice. And it's something anybody in a craft room would probably want to have. That's why they're giving it away, I believe, so you can be a demonstrator. Now, what's the nice thing about being a demonstrator? Well, you have 2 choices when you're doing that. You could do what I do, where you're selling stuff and doing things, videos and stuff, showing you how to do stuff. Or you don't have to do that. You can just buy stuff for yourself and make stuff without advertising or caring about anyone buying anything from you. You can do either one. They don't care. It doesn't matter, which is really nice. All right, so this one is going to go here. See, big hearts, little hearts. They're not the same. Yeah, I'm just hovering. I should have it on here, shouldn't I? I know. Do it the right way. This little piece of paper is driving me nuts. Oh, now it's caught under my nail. Oh, why did I pick it up? Okay, you're going. Save it for the sweeper. I'll sweep the floor later. Now, easier to do this, because this is the front, and I want it to look right. And I'm good with this. Oh, I'm doing it with my fingers. Could do it with here. Helps things kind of get glued. That's why I use this. Pushes it all down. There we go. Now, for people to write. Let's see if this works. Now, if I put this here, and I close it, close the card, I think we see it. No, we won't see it. That's what I'm going for. So, this will be a good one to put right here for people to write their message. In fact, I'm going to put a little message on there before. I'm going to put Happy Valentine's Day on here, because on the front of the card, I have today and always, which doesn't exactly tell you this is Valentine's, right? Yeah, I know it doesn't. So let me see. I'm going to use this, and my happy, I'm just dropping it. I'll fix it in a minute. Valentine's Day. I'm going to put this here. All right, this extra paper, I'm going to take it and put it next to where it goes. All right. Now, the old way of making sure things get lined up. I got lines on here. I can go like that. And first of all, I'm going to put this on a line. Oh, I don't like that. I'm going to move it up a little. Actually, I'm going to put it on the line. And I'm going to do it this way, because it doesn't matter what side of the thing you use, right? Now, this is right on that line. This one, I don't want to go all the way down here, so I'm just going to go above the little dots right there. And I got it there, although it's probably upside down. Yeah, Valentine's goes this way. Because I didn't see the yes in this finger. All right, so this is how I'm going to do it. Now, since hold on the line, and you see my head's in the camera probably. I don't know, because my camera went off. No, not really. Feels like it is. That's because the stamp isn't right in the middle. All right, so I got that. It does go a little bit off, but that's okay. I can tell. Now I'm going to take my my ink that is Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to double check. Well, I think I want Happy a little closer, don't I? Never mind. We're going to go right above those dots. Yeah. All right. Now with the stamp positioner, it's way easier to do that because you've got lines everywhere. And this is what this is going with. I'm going to straighten it because a crooked card makes you stamp crooked. Now I'm going to put it right on the bottom because it fits nicely. Oh, and I forgot day. Okay, I'm scooting it up a little bit and I'm going to put it there. And I have to grab the day and put it in there. So pick up. There we go. Happy Valentine's. You guys go into the cleaner, go through the cleaning machine, which is my bowl with the paper in it. Look for day, which should be in here. And it's right here. Happy Valentine's. Okay, that don't make sense without day, does it? Now, because this is little, I'd rather use a littler thing. This is small, so I'm going to find right now. And I'm going to use the same ink, and I do not want it upside down, so hold on. Yeah, I don't like to stamp on the video too much, but all right, carefully dab, dab, dab. Okay, now, since I didn't put these with the others, I can just decide where I'm putting it. And I think I'm going to put it right there in the middle. There. Happy Valentine's Day. Okay. Go to the cleaning department. You missed the bowl. There you go. This is where I'm cleaning them. Actually, I have to wet this again because this is the cloth that I got when I bought the glass plate to put on here. And I just get it wet and I clean them that way. But I could do it with this too, the Stamp and Mist. I could wet it with that as well as water. Although I think Stamp and Mist works a little bit easier. Okay. Put them so that the stamp part's showing. And I go squirt, 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 squirt. Okay, and now it's going to sit there and clean. And I'll deal with it after. Close this baby. Now I'm done with that part. I'm just going to put this in there. And then I'm going to trim that and put that on. So we're going to go back to the edges again like I had. And remember, it's going to go in that corner there. So I did stamp it correctly. Oops, ran out of cleaning cloth. Okay, or the thing here, but that's okay. Oh yeah, I'm probably getting glue on this thing, but that's all right because not anymore. It's not my hand. All right, we're gonna go here and put it here, right inside the card, so that it hides. And I'm gonna go all the way to the white. I'm not gonna worry about anything showing the white because I want to make sure when you close her, you do not see the message because you shouldn't see the message till you open it. Because that's how cards work, in my opinion. Okay, that's going to dry. While that dries, I'm going to show you what I did with this little white heart. This is neat. They made it so you can tie it to something and be like a little tag. However, I don't want it in this card like that. So I see how much white is between the part here and that part. I'm just trimming it so it looks the same carefully. It's not a lot of trimming, and it doesn't have to be perfect because I know who I am. But there we go. Now we've got a regular heart. And we're going to put that right in the middle of this. And then we're going to use, some ribbon to put a little bow there, which actually I did ribbon before. And since I did ribbon, maybe I'll look for some gems instead. Yeah, we're going to put some gems in the middle. I sure I can find something appropriate. There. Now, while that sits and dries, I don't know. I like the bow, but I think I put the ribbon away. Because the ribbon I had for that color also had a little gold in it. I was iffy about it. I liked how small it was, but I don't know if I like the gold because there's no gold anywhere. So maybe I won't do that. Oh, this looks off, don't it? Hold on. I want it to be even with the point. That way it's more even on these sides. There we go. All right, so we're going to get out the embellishments. I have 2 binders full of embellishments. Oh, this looks stuffed, but it is organized, trust me. One of them is, well, it's current, unless, of course, it's not current and I haven't pulled it out of there yet. The other one is not current, because there's colors sometimes I need, and I really don't care if it's current or not if I'm giving a card to somebody. Now, how do you know what colors are in here? Oh, yeah. I have this cool thing that I bought. I'm so happy I bought it. I got it off Amazon. I'll show it to you. It's purple. It's this. You go on your phone and you type something out, you turn it on, and it prints it. And it's so nice. You don't have to put ink on it either, ever. So it does it itself. So it's good. And that's what I use to label everything in my craft room. And I love it. I even put it on my stamps, because when you have a stamp, you like to know where it came from. 2025 spring, and I wrote online. So this is an online exclusive. Although I know our stamp sets are going to be different, I haven't quite figured out how I'm doing that. Now, for the book I do. These are the stars that we had with the first thing we had for Christmas. And these are the colors it comes in. Cloud cover, night navy, misty moonlight. This goes with the Peace on Earth suite. And it was from spring 2025. So I know what it is. Okay. I don't like guessing what color's in it because a lot of times they don't say on here what colors are in it. This one? No, it doesn't. I don't know why they don't do that. So then I got to look in the catalog that it came with and I can figure it out that way. But I do this right away so I don't have to worry about that. These are extra things I need to put in here. But anyways, so Faucet Snowflakes. I do put the name on it. Cherry Cobbler, Pretty Peacock. All right, now, what are we looking for? Flirty Flamingo. Okay, and I can look at all my names, and I am not sure I have one, but I'm going to look here. If not, we can look at, oh, wait a minute. There's some pink, but it's not. Strawberry Slush, Pretty in Pink and Clear. However, I do have clear I can always use. A heart would be really nice, but those are really, gone. I know I used to have heart ones. I'm sure they're somewhere. Flirty Flamingo. You know what? Flamingo right here. And it's empty. Why is it empty? Well, I know where they are. They're my rainbow ones. So, by chance, are they in here that I just didn't put away? Okay. Rainbow ones. What could I have done with them? The only time they actually are not put away in this box is if I'm about to do a card with them. Now, or I just stuck them here and didn't put them away. Fudge. I don't know where they are. Oh, did you catch that? I said fudge. You know what that is? That's a swear word you learn to say after you have children. I found that out. And it's fine to do on here, I'm sure. All right, so since I don't have that, this is cool. Iridescent Foil Gems. Fall Mini 2024. Probably supposed to be in the other book. Oh, this one's 23. It should be in the book. I need to go through these. I agree. But this one's cool because it can show off the pink. It's pretty much clear, but you can see the pink in it because it'll pick up the pink color. So I'm going to use this and figure out how to open. Rainbow colors. Oh, I'm trying to think of what card I did when I used them. because that had a lot of colors in it, so I probably pulled it out a lot. All right, so let's grab, oh, I take your pick tool with the pokey thing, and I don't see it. Oh, I hate to use my pencil. I hate to use my fingers. Pencil it is. I have a little one, although it'll put, you know what, fingers are going to have to work. I'm going to put, oh, I don't know if I want a small one. Okay. Problem is you're using your fingers. It doesn't always let you let go of it because it sticks to you. That's why I got to clean the rest of my my area off so I can do that. Now I'm going to grab one of these and put it here. Now they look clear, but when you kind of do this, you can see it picks up the pink. So I like that. So they're a little pink. All right, I'm going to do 3. Put these little babies away. And when I get done with this video, I'm going to be hunting down those gems that are not in here and putting them in their place, which is probably have to do with the rest of my desk that I didn't clean off. Yes. I admit, I was the kind of little girl when my mom told me to clean my room. Everything got shoved in the closet or under my bed. I was not good at that when I was young. I'm much better now as a housewife. I do clean things, put things away. But once in a while, my desk, I'm back to being 5 years old. I don't do it. So, yeah, there's little personal stuff you just learned about me. All right, so I'm done with this. And I'm done with the card. Oh, no, I'm not done. This can't just be here. It has to be on here. Hello. This is going to go. And see, you see more pink when it's by all that, too, on here. Now, you don't want to glue the whole thing because it's only going to be touching here. And it's going to close there, which also helps to not see the rest of it. So, how do I know where to put it? I'm putting it here. And I like it kind of centered. I'm going to take my little pencil and put a little line there and a little line here because they will erase. All right, and I want to go this side of the line. Helps to have the line in the back, doesn't it? Okay, where's the other line? Oh, now I don't even see it. Oh, right there. I made them really little, so I'm putting it in the back. And I'm going to erase the little one in front I did. If I can find it. I made it so tiny. There. Now, I know. 2 little lines here. You don't see them. Probably because now I don't see them. Oh, here it is. There and there. Right there I made little lines. And it goes whoop, that way. Not here. All over here. So that's where the glue's going. So not past those 2 lines. I can go on a line that way and then boom, and keep it away from the holes because it'll come out of the holes. Glue's known for that. All right, so now I got it glued. I'm going to grab the non-glued part, lay it down, and put it right where I want it, which is like in the middle of the card. Hold it down for a moment. We'll clean up a little. And there we go. Here's the card I made. Without the bow and without the stitching. See, you can do it in 2 different ways. Whichever way you prefer, which also depends on how much time you have, because that took time. And if you have thread that goes with it too, which I probably have thread that goes with this too. I just don't want to take the time because I wanted to show you 2 different ways you can do it in front. All right. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments if you like my card. My version of the card. I'm sure other people have made this, but that's my version and what you think of it. And starting next week, you will see my positioner and I will be doing other cards. I'll probably do a birthday card and then I'll start doing Easter things. Now, if you have any questions or anything, you can just leave them on my Facebook page, or this is my website where you purchase things. Here's where you're going to see if you want to sign up and get the information on that. And also if you want to purchase any of the stuff that I use that is not retired, you know, meaning those. All right. Well, thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate your support and you have a nice weekend.